प्रभाकर कोल्ते, रंगों में दर्ज भावनाओं की अमूर्त यात्रा। भारतीय समकालीन कला जगत में प्रभाकर कोल्ते का नाम उन कलाकारों में लिया जाता है जिन्होंने अमूर्त चित्रकला, एब्स्ट्रैक्ट आर्ट को एक नई संवेदनात्मक भाषा प्रदान की। लगभग 5 दशकों से अधिक लंबे कलात्मक सफर में उन्होंने रंग, आकार और रिक्त स्थान स्पेस के माध्यम से ऐसी दृश्य भाषा विकसित की जो किसी निश्चित कथा का अनुसरण नहीं करती, बल्कि दर्शक को स्वयं अर्थ खोजने के लिए प्रेरित करती है। 1946 में महाराष्ट्र के सिंधुदुर्ग जिले में जन्मे प्रभाकर कोल्ते ने मुंबई के प्रतिष्ठित सर जे स्कूल ऑफ आर्ट से 1968 में चित्रकला की शिक्षा प्राप्त की। शिक्षा पूरी करने के बाद वे इसी संस्थान में अध्यापन से जुड़े और 2 दशकों से अधिक समय तक अनेक युवा कलाकारों का मार्गदर्शन किया। शिक्षक और कलाकार दोनों भूमिकाओं में उनका योगदान भारतीय कला जगत में अत्यंत महत्वपूर्ण माना जाता है। प्रभाकर कोल्ते की कला किसी दृश्य, व्यक्ति या घटना का प्रत्यक्ष चित्रण नहीं करती। वे अमूर्त रूपों, रंगों की परतों और ज्यामितीय संकेतों के माध्यम से भावनाओं, स्मृतियों और अनुभवों को व्यक्त करते हैं।
मुझे आज जहांगीर आर्ट गैलरी में 21 जुलाई को इनॉग्रल सेरेमनी जो प्रभाकर कोल्ते जी के एग्जीबिशन का हुआ है उसमें आकर बहुत खुशी हुई है। कोल्ते जी के 80वें वार्ड दिवस पर उनकी 80 पेंटिंग्स जो उनके सारे जीवन भर का काम दिखाती है, उसका बहुत सुंदर क्यूरेशन यहाँ जहांगीर आर्ट गैलरी में लाया गया है। ये शो अगले हफ्ते भर के लिए सारे मुंबई के कला प्रेमियों के लिए खुला है। प्रभाकर कोल्ते जी भारत में एब्स्ट्रैक्ट आर्ट के क्षेत्र में एक बहुत बड़ा नाम है। दुनिया भर में उनकी एब्स्ट्रैक्ट आर्ट पहचानी जाती है। बहुत सारे कला प्रेमियों ने, कलाकारों ने उनसे एब्स्ट्रैक्ट आर्ट सीखा है। जे स्कूल ऑफ आर्ट के प्रोफेसर के नाते उन्होंने बहुत सारे विद्यार्थी गढ़े हैं जो आगे जाके भारत के बड़े कलाकार बने। ये शो उनकी पूरी जर्नी दिखाता है 80 सालों की, और इस दिशा में मुझे लगता है कि उनको समझने के लिए अगर हम यहाँ इस शो में आते हैं और वो कैसा काम पहले करते थे और किस तरह धीरे धीरे एब्स्ट्रैक्शन में आगे आते गए, और बहुत बड़ी बड़ी साइज की लार्ज पेंटिंग्स भी है जो मुझे पूरी उम्मीद है कि कला प्रेमियों को बहुत अच्छी लगेगी। दिस इज द बेस्ट टाइम, मानसून का समय है, मुंबई में बहुत अच्छा मौसम है और बहुत सुंदर रंग बिरंगी पेंटिंग्स प्रभाकर कोल्ते जी अपने इस शो में लेकर आए हैं। मेरी दुआ प्रार्थना ये रहेगी उनका शरीर स्वस्थ रहे, लंबी दीर्घायु रहे और ये शो बहुत सक्सेसफुल है। इस शो में सारे मुंबई के कला प्रेमी आए, ऐसी मेरी अपेक्षा है।
मैं मराठी में बोलूंगा। कोल्ते सरांची चित्र आणि कला अशी आहे की याच्यामुळे खूप जणांना प्रेरणा मिळालेली आहे आणि त्यांनी सुद्धा अनेक एक पाऊलवाट तयार केलेली आहे। नवी कलेचा एक नवीन दृष्टिकोन त्यांनी जगापुढे मांडलेला आहे आणि अज्ञाताचा प्रदेश शोधण्याचा सगळे शास्त्रज्ञ, कलावंत आणि विचारवंत प्रयत्न करत असतात। तर तसा कोल्ते सरांना दिसलेला हा अज्ञाताचा प्रदेश आहे। कोल्ते सरांच्या 80व्या वाढदिवसानिमित्त मी हा शो प्रकाश मकवाना आणि टीना चंद्रोजी यांनी अरेंज केलाय। ही फार मोठी गोष्ट आहे कारण फार कठीण आहे हे सगळं अरेंज करणं। सरांना तर त्यांना मी धन्यवाद देतो आणि सरांच्या सकल स्वास्थ्यासाठी मी परमेश्वराला प्रार्थना करतो।
This is the 80th birthday celebrations of Prabhakar Kolte. Kolte sir has been working for the last 60 years, if we consider that he is 80 years old. So 60 years of work an artist has been consistently doing, and he developed this wonderful style, non-representative, non-figurative abstract style, which he is known for. And the Tag Gallery has collected Paresh Makwana and Tina Chandroji. They worked with this artist for the last 10 years, and they collected this wonderful collection of work, which has from the early the time of Kolte to the latest ones. So we have 80 works to celebrate the 80th birthday of Prabhakar Kolte. I have curated this show, and I'm curating Prabhakar Kolte for the second time. In Delhi last year, we had a wonderful, very big show with the Bikaner House at the Bikaner House. So this is. I'm sure that this is going to be one of the biggest shows of Prabhakar Kolte, which is happening in Mumbai.
Shri Prabhakar Kolte ji is one of the eminent personalities in the world of arts. His abstract paintings. He was the first person who introduced abstract art in India. I think his legacy is something that we are looking at today. 80 years is of reflection of Sir's work is displayed here in a beautiful podium like this. Sir himself has curated it, and TAG, that is the Treasure Art Gallery, they are the ones who have made this happen. They've been associated with Prabhakarji for such a long time, and bringing his 80 works together and a collection of his art to all of us in Mumbai here is a work of art in itself. Thank you so much, all of you, and God bless.
Prabhakar Kolte since 1966, because when I joined JJ School of Art in 66, he was I think in 4th year, much senior to me. But I knew him since then and we became very good friends. In fact, sometimes I would seek advice from him. He being a poet, we clicked really well because he had an audience to listen to his poetry, which poets always require. He read out a lot of poems, and I could see that affinity with poets in his works. Later on, around 70, 19 maybe 68 probably, he turned towards abstraction, and the first painting he did in abstract way or abstract style, it was displayed in the JJ School of Art itself, and he told me, today I have understood what is abstract art. Now one can correlate his body movements when he speaks or when he talks with his painting, and he has worked continuously, and in true sense he has worked hard because it wasn't possible for him to continue painting. I think he was working earlier in Bombay, dying, and very often he used to come to JJ and meet his friends. So we used to have a chat at JJ, and that's how I have been able to maintain a dialogue with him. Unfortunately, I had not met him for several years, so I came running today to meet him actually, but then I learned that he has left early. I was quite disappointed because I wanted to discuss some of the things about art. I remember after passing out from JJ, he came to JJ once with a small pastel work, and we sat in the canteen and saw those works. I wanted to check with him what he wanted to do then and what he thinks about art today. I think he has flourished, he has moved much ahead, and he has evolved his own style, which could be compared with gestural art, and therefore I say that his body movement and his work, there is much affinity. Thank you.
To be a student of Prabhakar Kolte from 1972 It's our close association with him, for last more than 5 decades, 50 years, we have been associated with him. I entered as a student in 1972, he entered as a teacher. Ever since then, we are together. The bonding is so perfect. Now, he as a teacher, we adore him for the simple reason, he never followed the curriculum as such. But beyond that, he explained us the world of art. He introduced us to the literature part. He introduced us to Khalil Gibran. He introduced us to Paul Klee. He introduced all the artists of West plus the Indian artists, Gaitonde. Till then, we were absolutely ignorant of what's going on. But he's the one, he's the material for us as a student. For writing, again, he has introduced me in writing also. So I have been writing on him also and in art related also. So in JJ School of Art, particularly, he has given a path, he has built up a path for many students who are flourished now. And that path is enlightened. Yes, the most controllable factor with us is Professor Palsikar, Shankar Palsikar. He was then. He was the most controlling factor and he has influenced all of us together, including all the teachers. And we have a we had a great lined up teachers in JJ School of Art. Prabhakar Kolte, Kashinath Salve, and then Sambhaji Kadam, Shulapurkar. Now, this particular legacy is been carried by Prabhakar Kolte from Palsikar of teaching. He gets busy with the students more than the artists. That is something. Now, this particular show exposes 80 years of his exposure in art and his work. The way he has dedicated, some of the works are very, very old works, which speaks the impression language, expression language. And he always says, I first paint, I don't see and paint, but I paint and then see, which is a very, very strong sentence for everyone of us. It's a great opportunity that I feel blessed, I've been his student for such a 5 decades, and even now I consider myself to be his student. Thank you very much. I wish him a long life. His 80th birthday we have celebrated recently, and 80 paintings of his work have been exhibited. It's an opportunity for the art world. It is an opportunity to the common people to understand what abstract.
For me, Prabhakar Kolte represents an artist who has got a long legacy. I have seen his work here of 80 years, and you can see the progress as an artist he has made. What strikes me more is he has never followed Western artists who have been into abstract. When you look at the Kolte's abstract, you realize that there is not only sound and cacophony, but there is a kind of silence which we every day feel in the early morning. That is silence in Indian philosophy, silence in Indian culture, silence in Indian scriptures. He has expressed himself through colors. If you look at his work, you will find that there are huge splashes of colors, very dark. Some of them are very muted, while you will find that light is oozing out of his work. That light, to me, is a kind of poem he is writing. As you know, he was very good with his words in Marathi as well as in English. He has analyzed the process of abstract art in a manner in which, to my knowledge, no curator of Western world has done so far. But unfortunately, his work has not been understood and appreciated much in Indian subcontinent. It will take another 50 years for us to understand what Kolte has done on his canvas. I am very happy to be here, and also very happy because Kolte sir was the first chief guest to inaugurate my first art show. So I'm sure that this work will go a long way and also be a uh, kind of a direction to the coming generations of artists in India and Indian subcontinent. Thank you.